Dear friends, welcome to Bond with Arctic Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain the previous year questions which are appeared in SVPC entrance examination in chemistry from inorganic chemistry from the year 2013 to 2014. These are year-wise questions from inorganic chemistry. The species among NO2 minus, PtCl4 2 minus, ClF3, for which VS-EPR theory does not predict the correct geometry is VS-EPR theory. This one is applicable for simple molecules. It is not applicable for complex molecules or coordination compounds. In the given molecules, the PtCl4 2 minus, it's a complex compound or coordination compound. The structure or geometry of this compound cannot be explained by VS-EPR theory. Increase in the boiling point of xenon relative to neon is mostly a result of, in inert gas elements, helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon, there is a induced dipole interactions. As the size increases, induced dipole interactions increases. Due to that, there is an increase in boiling point. So, increase in induced dipole interactions will increase the boiling point of xenon when compared with neon. Reaction of copper metal with concentrated HNO3 will produce CuNO3 twice, and here when you react copper concentrated HNO3, this one forms NO2 and H2. If you take dilute HNO3 along with cupric nitrate, there is a formation of NO and H2O. So NO2 and H2O is the correct option. Color of the flame in the test for barium is, the flame test for the barium is, it's a apple green. Among the three allotropes of an element, one is a good electrical conductor, the second one is known to be one of the hardest material, and the third one has a molecular form with an icosahedral structure. The element is, we know that carbon, the allotropic forms of carbon, if you take graphite, it's a good electrical conductor. And the hardest material, diamond, is a hardest material. And also Buckminster fullerene, C60, this one has a icosahedral structure. So all these are allotropes of carbon. The correct option will be carbon. The most abundant noble gas in air is, in the atmospheric air we can find the argon. Argon is the most abundant noble gas in the air. The trigonal bipyramidal polyhedron, the number of vertices, trigonal faces, and the number of edges are. So this is a trigonal bipyramidal. This is a trigonal bipyramidal structure. And this trigonal bipyramidal, we have how many vertices are there? Here we have 5 vertices. So we have 5 vertices. And how many trigonal faces? This one can form the 3 trigonal planes, and lower one can form 3 trigonal planes. So total we have 6 trigonal faces, and the number of edges. The number of edges in plane we have 3 edges, and above we have 3 edges, and below we have 3 edges. So the number of edges will be 6. 5, 6, 9 are the number of vertices, faces, and edges in the trigonal bipyramid. The dodecaborate ion B12H12 2- is it. We have closo, nido, arachno, and hypo, and these are the formulas. This one is Bn Hn 2- or this one is equivalent to Bn Hn plus 2, and Bn Hn plus 4, Bn Hn plus 6, and this one is Bn Hn plus 8. The given structure can be written as Bn, n is equal to 12, Hn, and 2 minus. So it's belong to chlorobenzene. The role of phosphate in detergent powder is, the role of phosphate, we use a phosphate in detergent powder to remove Ca2 plus ions and Mg2 plus ions. These Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus ions will bind with the phosphate. By this we can remove Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus ions from the water. The most stable cation among the following is, most stable cation will be formed by strong base. Let's take a base of this one, the conjugate base HF, H2O, and H3 and CH4. These are conjugate bases of the given ions. Let's take the basicity. NH3 is more basic. Next one is H2O and CH4, and the least one is HF is least basic. So here, since NH3 is most basic, when you add H plus, this one forms very stable cation. The bond order and bond type in C2 molecule are respectively. In C2 molecule, this one has uh, 12 electrons. We can fill 12 electrons. 1s, sigma 1s, sigma 2s. This one is sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, and the next one will be pi 2py, pi 2pz, pi 2py, pi 2pz, and the next one sigma 2px, and pi star and sigma star. When you fill electrons, 12 electrons, 2, 2, 2, 2, 8 electrons, and 9, 10, 11, and 12 electrons. Here, how many bonds are there? Here, if you take outermost electron configuration, this one, sigma, this is the outermost electron configuration. These are completed, completely filled. This is the outermost electron configuration. We have 4 electrons, so the bond order will be 4 by 2. The bond order is 2, and also the 4 electrons are in pi molecular orbitals. So here we can find 2 pi bonds. These 2 electrons can form one pi bond. These 2 electrons can form another pi bond. So here the bond order is 2, and the number of pi bonds will be 2 according to molecular orbital theory. The paramagnetic molecule among the following is the molecules which have odd number of electrons. Here we have 6 plus 8, 14 electrons, and here we have 7 plus 8 plus 8. It's the odd number of electrons, so you can find unpaired electrons. So this one is paramagnetic. CO2 6 plus 8 plus 8. This one is even, all electrons are paired. And N2O 7 plus 7 plus 8. Here also 7 plus 7 14. So it's even, all electrons are paired. This one is paramagnetic. The molecular shape of IF is, what is the hybridization? Number of hybridized orbitals will be equal to valency on central atom. Iodine is the central atom. The central atom valence is 7 plus number of monovalent 5 by 2. It will be equal to 12 by 2. So 6. 6 hybridized orbitals are there. So the hybridization will be sp3g2. The sp3g2, the geometry is octahedral. This is the geometry. And the 5 fluorines will be, this is a position of 5 fluorines. Here we have lone pair of electrons. This is the iodine. So the structure will be square pyramidal. Here you have a pyramid. So the structure is square pyramidal. The arrangement of electron pairs around Sb in SbCl4 minus As. Here sp, this one belongs to nitrogen family. The number of valency electrons, number of hybridized orbitals can be calculated. The number of valency electrons on sp, it will be 5 plus the number of monovalent 4 and minus of charge minus of minus 1 by 2, it will be equal to 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 by 2, it will be equal to 5. So the hybridization will be sp3g. So this is the arrangement of electron pairs. Out of this is the arrangement of electron pairs. Here we have lone pair of electrons. So this one is chlorine, chlorine, and chlorine, chlorine. If you take structure, the structure is seesaw. But if you take electron pairs, both bonding, non-bonding, non-bonding, and the bonding electron pairs, if you consider, the structure is trigonal bipyramidal. Which of the following is a paramagnetic molecule? Even though some molecules have even number of electrons, if the molecule has, if the diatomic molecule has 10 electrons or 16 electrons, these are paramagnetic. Paramagnetic is due to having 2 unpaired electrons. Here we have 2 electrons, all electrons are paired, 12 electrons, all electrons are paired, 14 electrons, all electrons are paired. Even though 10 electron system, 16 electron system, if you take according to molecular orbital theory, it has 2 unpaired electrons and it also has 2 unpaired electrons. So B2, O2, even though these 2 molecules have even number of electrons, they have 2 unpaired electrons, so they are paramagnetic. In a redox reaction, how many moles of iodine will be equivalent to 1 mole of hydrogen peroxide? Okay, hydrogen H2O2, when you react with I minus or I minus, there is a formation of OH minus and I2. So if you take 2I minus, you will get 2 OH minus and I2. 1 mole of I2 is generated from 1 mole of H2O2. So 1 mole of H2O2 is equivalent to 1 mole of iodine. So this is the correct option. If hydrogen sulfide gas is passed through an acidified in presence of H plus solution containing a mixture of the sulfates cadmium, nickel, zinc, which sulfides will be precipitated? The group 2 sulfides will be precipitated when you pass H2S in presence of H plus ions. Here cadmium sulfide, cadmium, this one belongs to group 2, so cadmium will be precipitated as cadmium sulfide. Complete the sentence. A tetrahedron has 6 gas using one of the following sources. Okay, if you take a tetrahedron, this one has this one has 4 edges. This one is edge. This one is edge. This one also edge. This one also, sorry, 4 vertices. This one has 4 vertices, and also this one has 4 faces. So these are 4 faces. This one has 4 faces, and this one has 6 edges. So the correct option will be 6. Which of the following fluorides is not formed by xenon? Xenon can form in xenon fluorides. It has a +2, +4, and a +6 oxidative state. So XeF3 cannot be formed by xenon. Oxygen exists in positive oxidation state in oxygen exists positive state when it is combined with fluorine. In remaining all cases, it has negative oxidation state. So this is the correct option. The ligand used in quantitative gravimetric estimation of aluminum is dimethyl glyoxine. This one is used for the gravimetric estimation of a nickel 2+. Then oxide, This is the oxime structure. So when it is reactive with aluminum, there is a formation of Al oxime thrice. It's a yellow color precipitate. Yellow color precipitate you will get. So when you react oxygen with aluminum, there is a formation of precipitate. That one will be used in the quantitative estimation of aluminum. Identify the electrically conductive material from the following. Fullerene is an insulator, and diamond also insulator. Graphite it's a conductor, but fullerene, diamond, these are insulators. S2N2, this one also insulator. But if you take SNX, the polymer of sulfur nitride SNX, okay, it's like graphite, it is also conductor. S2N2 is insulator. But when you take potassium salt of fullerene, when you introduce potassium in fullerenes, the material will be conductor. Fullerenes are insulators, but when you introduce alkali metals into fullerenes, the material will become conductor. The number of lone pairs of electrons on the central atom in I3 minus ClF3 and ClO3 minus are respectively. In I3 minus, the hybridization is sp3d, here also sp3d, and here the hybridization is sp3. So sp3d, this is the geometry trigonal bipyramidal, and the I is I, here also I, and it has 3 lone pair of electrons. I3 minus has 3 lone pair of electrons. And ClF3, this is the structure of ClF3. Here we have 2 lone pair of electrons, and here there is a fluorine, and fluorine. This one has T shape, and it has 2 lone pair of electrons. ClO3 minus, so this one O minus, here there is a lone pair of electron. So the number of lone pair of electrons will be 3 to 1. The compound with the lowest boiling point among the NH3, PH3, AS, H3, Sp, H3, AS. In hydrates, as the molecular weight of hydrate increases, there is an increase in boiling point. This should be the trend. NH3 and PH3, AsH3, Sp, H3. If you consider molecular weight, this is the trend of boiling point. But due to hydrogen bonding in NH3, you have strong intermolecular forces, so that is H bonding. Due to H bonding, the NH3 has a higher boiling point when compared with the PH3. So this is the order. You will get this is the order. So which one has the highest boiling point? NH3 has highest boiling point, and PH3 has lowest boiling point. A solution of Cr2O7 minus ion can be transformed to CrO4 minus solution by adding. So if you take Cr2O7 minus, so then you add OH minus. In terms of base, this one is converted into CrO4 minus. When you add H plus to the CrO4 minus, it will be converted into Cr2O7 minus. So this is the correct option. In coming video, I will explain part 5 of inorganic chemistry. Thank you.